Thank you for tuning back into the Walk On Pod. I'm Luke Udalvich. With me, as always, is Tommy Ball and Jared Waters. And we'd first like to come out and say, yes, we do want to apologize for the 2-week absence we just had. We kind of wanted to get together, have a little team powwow, and figure out what we wanted to do with the content of this podcast. And we wanted to make sure that each week we were putting out good episodes. And obviously, we're all super busy during our own respective seasons. And Jared's juggling about 100 different seasons. And so with that, it's hard for us to get guests, and we don't want to force a guest every other week if we don't have to. So we came together and came to the decision that while this is kind of chaotic for everybody and all three of us, in order to ensure that we get a good quality episode out each week, we might not have guests every other week like we normally want to. We're going to try our best. Obviously, when we do have an opportunity to have someone great come on, share their story and have a good conversation, we're going to jump at it. But if, sometimes, well, like full transparency to the listeners, like sometimes we'll throw a guest on the last 2 days right before we record because someone flaked or whatever the case may be. We kind of want to avoid that. We want to avoid that moving forward and continue to try to put out the best content possible. So we do want to apologize for that absence, but we do think it's going to help us ensure some good episodes moving forward, make sure that you have our undivided attention for this hour or so. But with that being said, the fellas are here. We're all actually, no, I was about to say we're all back on the same time zone, but we're not. Tommy's still an hour ahead. So shout out Tommy, being a little late night grinder right now. But fellas, how are we doing?
Good, man.
Everything's good. I also want to add to not to make excuses, but coordinating for adult schedules, even in general.
In general,
Me and Amanda try to coordinate constantly, and it's tough.
Honestly, we have to like pat ourselves on the back for being able to do that as long as we did.
Yeah, and I honestly I think we'll get back to it. We were just talking before we press record. I think we'll get back to it. Especially just once the season dies down, we all have more time to take care of planning stuff like that. And especially for Tommy and I, our schedules are a lot more wide open. So then it's just one more person to figure out. So,
well, and I think the other thing too is this is a basketball podcast, so we get basketball people on here,
and they're all in the season right now too.
Yeah,
in the same boat.
So yeah, like I said, we do want to apologize. I know people look forward to those guest episodes, and we do too. It's part of the experience for us too to interview and learn new things about new people and some of our closest friends. But I think this is the best step for us right now, and we enjoy making the podcast, and we want to keep it that way. And this is probably the best course of action. That first little 2 minutes right there was a good little scouting report of what to expect for the Walk On Pod right here. But with that being said, it is an episode with just us three, so we are going to bring you the Walk On Pod's very own scouting report segment, where we talk about something we like, something we didn't like, something we're going to start or sit in the world of sports over the last whatever. It's been a couple weeks since we've done this one, so we're going to open this one up for discussion. I have one that I'm pretty passionate about. If you guys don't mind me kicking off.
Go ahead.
Yeah, if you want to soapbox it, man.
No, I have a sit. No, because I want to. This is a discussion I want to have because I've had it with a few people, and I think it's an interesting discussion. I have a sit. I'm going to sit the first round bye in these playoff brackets and stuff. So it's MLB, you have a first round bye. The college football playoff, you had a first round bye. The NFL, the number one seed gets a first round bye. And we're seeing it bite the number one team in the ass a little bit sometimes. The team that has the bye is losing. In baseball, it happens all the time. Like it happens all the time in baseball.
All the time in baseball.
In the college football playoff this year, I think they all lost. I think all the teams that had a bye lost. I might be wrong there. Maybe 1-1. I don't remember. But like Boise State lost for sure. Like I said, there were some losers there in the first round bye. And then the Lions just lost. They had a first round bye, and they were looking like favorites to make a run in the NFC. I think momentum is a much bigger factor in the playoffs than people give credit for. And especially in these one-game eliminations, if a team is hot and a team is rolling, it doesn't matter if you're well-rested or whatever it is, they're going to be impossible to stop because they're rolling from the week before, right? So I think there's almost like it's like an inverse, like it hurts you in a way. Like I get some teams you need to get healthy, you need to, you're battered up, whatever it is, bruised up, you need to get healthy and get everyone back. But like, for example, the Commanders Lions game, that was just a team that was not going to be stopped. Like that was just a team that was rolling, and it didn't matter who they were playing against. They were rolling that week, just purely momentum. And I think that's a scary, scary thing in the postseason. And in baseball, that's what tends to happen. Like when bats are hot in baseball, just because a team that got to take a week off because they had a bye those bats are still going to be hot. Like, and it's tough to stop. It's
Mhm.
tough to stop. So I don't know. I wanted to have that discussion because it's something that I feel like is pretty relevant right now, and it's something we're seeing. And teams are playing for that first round bye, and then it almost seems like it hurts them.
I think like the main thing is too is like just from like being like looking at it from an athlete standpoint, like if I know I have the week off, right? Okay, I'm gonna get my body right, I'm gonna get healthy, whatever, take my time to rest. But at the same time, like we're not gonna practice hard. We're not gonna
Yeah,
practice that much. So it's like you don't really get game reps like going into that week where it's like I think you just it's not like you take your foot off the gas per se, but it's like
but
you
you
just
kind
then
of
nothing.
do though. Like
Yeah, nothing's like gas,
A
like
little bit.
nothing's amping you up. You know what I mean? You don't
Yeah.
have any adrenaline. Like everything's all like you said, all that success just goes away because now it's like that season doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah. So I just looked at the bracket. All four teams in the college football bracket that had a first round bye loss: Arizona State, Boise State, Oregon, and Georgia. They all won their conference, got the first round bye, and lost. So it's like, and honestly, we see it a lot in uh basketball, the conference tournaments too. Like you see some
Yeah.
teams that get a first round bye or whatever, and again run into a team that is hot and like just has
Mhm.
momentum. And like you said, like those teams expect to roll teams over, but it's like, dude, like I
Mhm.
don't know. Like obviously you want to.
Uh,
I don't know. I don't think it's like
That
teams are.
was well, that was the whole that's like the Gonzaga conundrum for all those years, right? Like they just
Yeah,
didn't play a meaningful game for 2.5 months, and they would
that's why the
rack up
WCC
all these
tournament is
wins.
the way it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, they would rack up all these wins, and then they would, like you said,
WCC
like
tournament's crazy.
yeah,
It's sick, but it's that way so that if Gonzaga, does fumble, it's in the semifinals and they're going to make the tournament anyway. It's not in the first
yeah,
round. So it's like
yeah. They
I don't
yeah
know
they
though.
they save them, but it's like how many times has Gonzaga been like a top 3 seed and not made it very far?
Yeah,
It's just because they
exactly.
like run into like one of these teams that
Yeah.
won the Ohio Valley or ran
Yeah.
the table in the Missouri Valley.
But again, like I don't know, and it's not like teams are going to start playing to not get first in their respective conference or
Yeah.
division or whatever it is. But like,
Yeah, I'd be interested to see what the actual numbers are over like let's say the last 10 years since the
it's just
buys
I
like
feel like in
became
baseball it
prevalent.
happens
But
all the time. I feel
well
like
in
in
baseball
baseball
too, because
it
the
happens
series
all the time.
three game series, 5 game series, it's like, dude, anything's up. That's why I like basketball. I think that's why basketball doesn't have as much parity is just because
7 game
simply
series is
yeah,
yeah.
they literally do the math to make sure that the best teams win.
Which like I don't know if that's the best recipe for postseason. Like I feel like for the
I think
product it is, but from a if I'm taking myself as an athlete out of the picture, I think as a viewer I would almost like it to be more sporadic.
So that's where I was gonna go with the conversation. Is like the upsetting thing or the annoying thing about it is like all the delay. Like again, this is I don't watch college football. I probably wouldn't watch college football, but this is my biggest beef with them is that season ends and then they don't play for like a month, dude. Like it's so like that's so annoying that they would do that.
Mhm.
I don't think it's
Like
a month.
or like at
Oh
least
wow.
it's two
It
or
was
three.
like
I
two
mean,
weeks, I think. But yeah, because they
yeah.
play the not like the meaningless bowls and then
Yeah,
it's
right. Like, because
college
the
time.
season
Yeah.
essentially ends at the beginning of December, and then you have the college football
Well, it's because
playoffs are going on at Christmas.
Before the expansion, when it was the four teams, they would literally wait till New Year's Eve
It
and
was a
make
yeah,
month. It was a month,
yeah. I
and
don't
then
know.
like,
it
and
crazy.
the same thing
Crazy.
like with football, right? Like even now, like the Super Bowl's not for 2 weeks. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
who
I'm not
cares
watching
about
flag football.
who cares
I was
about the
actually
Pro Bowl
listening.
and
I was
all
actually
that?
listening to the.
It just kills. I don't know. I just think it kills the vibe in general.
Yeah, I was actually listening to the radio this morning, and they were talking about this. How like I think it used to be, or not used to be, but maybe it was where they would just do a week into to the Super Bowl, and that was like not good. Like teams didn't like doing that, playing the Super Bowl the next week. But like now the extra added week with all the media is like it's too long.
Yeah,
So
I don't know how
the
you
guys on the
fix
radio
it,
were
but
saying we
yeah.
should play on
Yeah,
Wednesday,
I don't.
and I was like,
Nah,
You
nobody's
can't.
watching the
You
game on
can't do that.
Wednesday.
You
No,
can't
you
do
yeah,
can't
that.
do
that's what I
that.
said.
There's
I
It
was
would
no
like,
have to be
way.
like maybe Friday, like maybe Friday. You know what I mean? But
I
even
just,
then, I don't know.
nah, I'm fine with Sunday, but just make it a week. Like, what, I mean, who cares?
I don't know. I get the
That,
2 weeks before the Super Bowl. Though. I don't know.
I
I
don't
never
like it.
played football though. Yeah, as a
Eh,
viewer, I don't like it. But as a
Yeah,
player, I'm trying to think about it. Like I don't know.
it
I
doesn't
mean,
help that the Pro Bowl's a joke.
Yeah, I mean that's a
well,
whole
I would
different
just like
conversation.
eliminate that all the way. Like, just
It's
having
getting
it.
there.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, but even again, like even in basketball, sometimes too, like there's like think now with the plan, that was gonna be my last thing I was gonna say about it, is like I just think there's too many teams. I think it's just like everything is becoming like because it's all about money, right? So it's like comes down
You,
to like I think there should not be 10, there should not be 2/3 of the NBA making a chance to make the playoffs.
I mean, I don't know. I
10,
don't.
10 teams in each side? That's
That's what
20 out
it.
of 30 teams.
When do they make it? It's going to be 10 teams.
No, it is.
About the plan.
Talk about what the
Oh, I
plan.
mean, I don't agree with the plan, but
Yeah, but everybody thinks it's exciting because,
it is
certain
exciting to watch. Though I'm not
yeah.
gonna lie.
Well, why is it exciting? Because it's a
It's
one
just one and
game.
done.
It's a
It's
one game.
Steph and Bron are
Exactly.
in it
So
every
it's
year.
like, yeah.
The one and done makes it fun. I don't
That's
know, man.
I just think like football had it fine. Football had it the best. 6 teams and do two and just have the first 2 teams get a bye. They had the best, I feel like.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
but now they play 18 games, so now it's like it just gets dragged out even farther.
The 18. Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what you don't try. I don't think teams are ever going to try to
'Cause
avoid not getting a first round bye, but I just don't think
but
it's
that's
as
the other thing.
sweet as like
Well,
it's
because
made out
that's
to be.
like for the Vikings or whatever, right? I mean, you can tell me if I'm wrong or the Lions, like those last 2 games aren't meaningful to them, right? Because they already clinched the first
That
first.
was about the worst example you could have used, to be honest. I think that was actually the only bad example you could have used because those last 2 games were completely meaningful.
I know,
And
so I'm saying give me a team. I said I didn't know, so just
no,
give me a team.
I know, but I just thought it
Okay,
was
look
funny
at
that
the
those are what you
look at the
grabbed.
Chiefs though, right? Like
The
did the
Chiefs, well,
Chiefs
the
need?
Chiefs, no, they lost by 40 to Bo Nix in the
So
last week.
I mean they didn't play a
But
meaningful game
that's
for.
always been the case in
I know,
football.
but
Like when teams have it clinched up, it doesn't matter how many weeks it is.
but I'm saying that 2 added games just prolonged that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think we'll ever avoid the. Well, I also think the Chiefs lost on purpose so they didn't have to see the Bengals, but that's a different
They
conversation.
definitely did.
Maybe, like I said, you know better than me.
I don't know. I was just on the topic of the first round bye. It's just like I don't think teams are ever going to avoid it, but I just feel like we've been seeing a lot where it's not been helpful. Like there's
Yeah.
no benefit in it, honestly.
As of late, it has been
Yeah.
that, for sure.
But yeah,
I just
'cause
think momentum is a scary drug. Like in all sports, like for us
And what-
specifically in basketball, it's like think about it. Think about like if it was, let's say, the NCAA tournament did like if you won your conference instead of an automatic bid, you get an automatic first round bye. Like I don't know how they would fix the bracket, obviously, but it's
Yeah.
like now you have teams like you said that go into these 8-9 matchups and all these other matchups that were fighting to get in, didn't win their conference tournament. Now they get hot to be the team to go play. Like they're going to be on fire. Like they're going to come out swinging, and that's going to be hard to beat. So it's like I don't know. Like I just don't think it's. I don't know.
Well, and do you think it's because like home field advantage is like kind of dissipated, just as like fan wise, or no? You think it's still the same?
No. I think it's more of a momentum thing, honestly.
All right.
At least that's what it seems like. Just like pure sports, like being an athlete in that sense. Like if a team's hot, the team's hot. Like it doesn't matter if the team ahead of them got a week to rest. That's kind of the way I see it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But yeah, so I'm sitting in the first round bye, man. I'm sitting in the first round bye.
There.
Might be a controversial take, but
No, I don't think so. I think it's
like
too many teams. So yeah,
should get everyone in the playoffs. One game elimination.
that'd be crazy.
One of the regular-
NCAA tournament, NFL playoff style. That'd be fire. I'll do that.
Tom, I can go. I have a start if
ahead.
you're good with that.
Yeah.
I was gonna. It's funny. It's funny how this stayed relevant because I was gonna start this. I think 2 weeks ago, and then we had some technical difficulties, and now it's just kind of it's grown into its own thing. But I'm starting the Miami Heat organization for taking a stand and standing on business.
You know what's
Very
funny?
relevant still.
You know what's funny about this is the episode that you're talking about that we were gonna do. I was gonna sit Devo behavior out of superstars because that was when the Jimmy Butler's, and then like you see it all the time with like wide receivers and just like
Yeah.
people with, like stiff arm. Like I hate it. So yeah, it's funny. Go ahead.
No,
Jimmy always does this, bro.
But so here's the thing, though. This is so I like the reason I'm starting the organization is because they never like You know how it is when something gets too far out of hand and like, or you let something go too far and you give too much leash and then you can't pull it
Yeah.
back, right?
Yeah.
They did such a good job of like just putting their foot down from the start to where like now, this time when he walked out of practice, they suspended him. He's losing $562,000 for every game he doesn't play.
It's
And
unreal.
it's
Yeah.
like,
And he
dude,
just
you're
looks
gonna
tired.
lose. Like, yeah, it's like, and that's what I was saying earlier to somebody. Is like, dude, like, do you really just like you talk about, and then you just come out and talk about, oh, I want to find my joy again, like, bro, like, so you just don't want to play basketball? Like,
Yeah.
I don't, just because you weren't starting, you haven't played, like, and you've been suspended twice, and you missed a team playing because you thought you could just fly, like. It's just I'm just glad that at least one organization is like it's just like putting their foot down. They're like, no, we're not doing this. And like this the sad thing is that he's kind of he's kind of cooked himself, honestly, because one, he's already making $50 million a year, and with the new tax apron stuff, there's so few options for him. So like he's either gonna have to like bite the bullet and play, which at this point they may not even let him play because he's proven
Yeah.
like to like now they can actually suspend him with like reason and where they don't have to pay him. So it's like he's kind of put himself in this terrible situation. But like I'm just glad that Miami didn't cave and just like and the if you and you listen to Eric Spoelstra's like his interviews and stuff, like he just approaches it in such the right way that it's like either he's been media trained or like it's probably just his personality. If I had to guess, it's like the stuff he says is just hilarious, and it's yeah. So I got to start Miami for being one franchise that holds its ground, and hopefully some other teams like take a stance in the same way.
Pat Riley don't play.
Yeah.
So you don't want him to be a Warrior.
Definitely do not. That's a
Yeah.
terrible idea.
I don't either.
I think honestly, again, the only option that is even out there is if Bradley Beal waives his no trade clause because that's the way the
Yeah.
money matches up.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
and Ashiba is willing to pay the tax apron.
I just don't,
I
bro.
don't think Bradley
Like
Beal-
he
don't-
doesn't
I
help
don't know
them.
a team. I don't know a team that was gonna want to absorb that contract.
Yeah.
Like that's just. I don't care who the player is. Honestly, that's a hard ask. Like that's a
Well,
super hard ask.
and if you give anything else up, like he's showing you who he is, so it's like, bro, he might be there for 3 months and then hate it like he did in Minnesota and bounce anyways. And so whatever assets you
Yeah,
gave
he's
up,
done this multiple
Eh.
times.
yeah,
He did this. He's done this his last 3 stops.
yeah,
He did this in Philly too.
yeah,
Yeah, it's yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it's funny you
Yeah.
say that
Sucks is
because
he's
I
really
definitely.
good. That's what sucks. It's like he's actually really good.
But he also is like not
He's kinda old
played, so
now.
it's like, yeah. I mean, I don't know.
It'll
It's
be an interesting situation to see how it plays out.
dude, I could honestly see nothing happening.
Well, I mean, the trade deadline's in a week.
Pat
So it's
Riley's
like,
that kind of
Yeah.
guy for sure.
Yeah,
I
it's
saw
just
today that they lowered the price. Like the asking price for him is not the same as it was a few weeks ago. Like they're trying to get him out of there, but I don't
Yeah.
think he's gonna
I
get
mean,
it.
yeah, especially like there's not really like neither Jimmy or Miami have any leverage whatsoever.
Mm-mm.
Like they have zero leverage at all.
you know, all the teams know that they're just trying to get rid of him,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he knows that they're not going to be able to. So it's like,
yeah.
I don't know. It'll be
Yeah.
I mean, we'll probably get a resolution in the next 10 days. So
Yeah.
it'll
And
be
then did
interesting.
you on a side note, did you see the stuff that was coming out about Nurkic and Budenholzer?
Yeah, that they don't have a
Oh.
relationship outside
Yeah.
of like.
But then
coach.
Budenholzer pushed back and said that everything's been clearly communicated and but like
Yeah, that
but
was
then you look at
interesting.
like Nurkic was like I'm not gonna call like he literally said I'm not gonna do anything and I'm just gonna keep working hard and you know I plan on being here through the trade deadline and all that stuff. So
He sucks.
It's weird, dude. It's weird. I see a lot of Lakers people saying they want him. So
yeah, that wouldn't help them, but I know, dude, and yeah, don't get you were gonna talk about disgruntled stars. We don't have to get into it, but like the Anthony Davis interview with Shams was so cringe.
I just don't like Devo behavior, dude. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know. Like, I just feel like at what point is it not enough, dude?
Who put him up to doing that. You know who did.
Bro, but like I'm just saying on all like in all sports, like at what point is it not enough? Like you're making unreal amount of money playing a game. Like why are we being a diva? Like, why are we causing drama? Like, these are all things that can be handled in a really humane, easy manner.
Because teams give in the power other than Miami. That's why.
Yeah, I guess
Teams
so.
give
but-
them the power. Think about it. In the NFL, dudes do that and get cut or get
Yeah, they're
pushed
like,
out
all
of
right,
the league.
bet. All right, cool, bro.
Yeah. Antonio Brown. All right.
Antonio
Got it.
Brown. Yeah. See
Yeah,
ya.
Diggs shipped him
Diggs.
out of there. They said, fine, we'll go with our receiver core. It's cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah,
Don't work
that's
with
what.
Russ
But that's what I'm
well.
saying. That the teams don't play that, and obviously the money is different. But like, I honestly think like, in that like they handled it well, and like if you want to be that way, just sit. Like we already paid you. Okay, like it was a bad contract, but like we're not gonna sabotage the organization just because like of one person.
Yeah.
But NBA
Yeah.
teams are so scared to like lose their star. Like, that's always been that way. They're just like they're so terrified to lose like that one guy, but it's like, dude, you're just kind of like you're just sitting in purgatory. This guy has you in purgatory right now. Cuz like in Miami's not good. Like Miami is like not playing well.
Looks like they hit on Keller Ware though. That was fire.
Ooh, he's
Shoot,
nice.
God, yeah, he's killing him and Bam together is going to be
Yeah. Everyone's like,
nasty.
Bam is so happy to have a true five.
He's gonna be the rookie of the year.
It's looking like it.
Yeah.
It's looking like it.
See if he gets enough, if he keeps getting more minutes.
If he keeps playing this well.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
turn.
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead.
I've got a pretty basic one here, fellas. I've got to start, and it's relevant. And this might be unpopular opinion, but I respect greatness, man. I'm starting Patrick Mahomes. This guy, he's inevitable.
He's inevitable, dude.
He is ridiculous. And yes, the Chiefs, I'm a Raiders fan. I hate the Chiefs, but I respect greatness. And yes, I think the Chiefs get favorable calls. Do I think it was a first down? Absolutely.
Yep.
I thought Josh Allen 100% crossed the line and they botched that. But you just like
It doesn't matter, bro. They
it doesn't
find a
matter.
way.
Patrick
like,
Mahomes capitalizes on every opportunity he gets. It's crazy. I've never like I think his playoff record is like an 18-4. Like that is so nuts.
dude, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
The second they
think-
got the turnover on downs, I was like, oh, like they're gonna go
It's
score.
done. Yeah, no, it's over.
He marches him down the field in 6 plays, touchdown.
Yeah.
Damn.
No,
He's so
he-
clinical.
No, if they win this, there's gonna have to be some very, very
Hard
difficult conversations
conversation.
had. I'm not like, bro, I don't care what people like. Obviously, I wasn't watching football like that, or I was too young really to appreciate the game as Brady was really in his dominance. But I don't see a world where we can't have that conversation if he wins 3. Like
Yeah,
no
man.
one's three-peated, and at like the level of dominance, like you're saying, like it doesn't matter who's on his team.
Yeah.
They're
Wins.
gonna find a way, dude.
Last
Like,
year
they're
was
gonna-
insane. Winning
Last
with
year was
that
insane,
team
dude.
was insane.
Kadarius
You think
Toney
why?
the year
So what do you
before,
what do
dude,
you
like-
think? What do you think it is? Like, what it like again from like a football standpoint? Like, what do you think it is?
I think it's a perfect storm. So I've said this before. I don't know if I said it on the pod. I said this before. A lot of great quarterbacks, and like when you see teams make great runs with great quarterback play, I think the base of it, obviously, like I'm not trying to take away from Holmes or Brady, or I'm going to use a Russell Wilson example. They were all great. Like obviously, Brady's the GOAT. Mahomes is right there. The run that Russell Wilson made, he was at the top of the league when they had elite defenses. And I think the Chiefs defense in
Very
Spagnuolo,
good.
they need to be given their credit because Chris Jones is looking like the most dominant force on a D line. They have an incredible secondary. Chet McDuffie is probably a top 3 corner.
Yeah.
Justin Reed is a great safety. Nick
Karlaftis
Bolton,
on the edge is nasty.
Karlaftis has come to like a crazy form in the playoffs. He had like 3
They
sacks.
draft so well.
They draft so well. Yeah, obviously Worthy hit, but like I think their defense helps. And when you're a quarterback and you have a defense that you know is going to get a big stop when you need them to, like you can quarterback with so much more confidence. And then now you just get someone as uber talented as Mahomes matched up with someone who's as clinical of an offensive coach as
Yeah.
Reed. Like, what are you going to do? Like, what are you going to do
Yeah.
to stop that?
Because that was Brady's teams. Like Belichick had the defense was nasty when Belichick when
Their defenses were
when Brady was in-
crazy,
yeah,
bro.
like the
Their defense
Rodney
was crazy.
Harrison years.
Yes,
and, like,
exactly.
dude, like, yeah,
I think the
You
other
have Vince
thing with
Wilfork on the
Mahomes-
line,
Yeah,
like, bro.
yeah.
I
yeah.
think the other thing with Mahomes is
Brewski.
now now just the Chiefs as a whole is I can't remember how many games it was in a row. Maybe you'll remember, Luke. They put up a stat on like they've won double digit games in a row, one score game. Like
Oh yeah, it's
it's
ridiculous.
like
I saw
16 or 17. It's
yeah,
something insane.
I saw a stat that was if every single team's game, like it was like if all games decided by 3 points or one possession or less were flipped, this would be the team's record, and the Chiefs would be like 4-16
Yeah.
or 4-13 or some
So they
crazy. And I
just
was
like
like,
they just win. They
they
just
know
win
how
the
to win.
close ones.
They know
Yeah.
how
When
to
you
win.
get to the moment, like they just win, and I think it all
They
boils
make the
down to
big plays
Patrick.
every time.
Patrick is just he is just smarter than every other quarterback in the league. Like he does not like he throws dumb yeah, he throws dumb passes. Everybody talks about how he gets his interceptions dropped all the time. Like he just plays smart football every time. It doesn't matter.
No,
He makes the right play. And his running is underrated. He doesn't run a lot, but his
he made
scrambling
huge plays on
ability,
his feet this last game against the
he's
Bills. He made a bunch of big plays on his feet.
he's
Mm.
just
So you,
he's just the perfect quarterback.
yeah,
It's really
It's
ridiculous.
unreal.
yeah. Do you think like barring like knock on wood, barring like injury, like there's not really anything that can stop them, right?
I don't see him stopping.
I
Like
mean,
like like
even if some like even okay, Burrow beat them 3 years back or 2 years back, whatever that was. Yeah, it was 3 years
yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
Years.
Doesn't
Yeah.
matter. They come back in 2 feet, like, and
Yeah.
they're back in their third time in a row. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, even if someone beats them, it's not like you dethrone them. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
even if the Bills were to win this year, I just don't think like they were 15-2, but really 16-1. They threw the last game. Like, you
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. Yeah, you can say what you want about the refs, and I was one of those people. Like, I think there's a ton of missed calls, but like you could do that about any team. Honestly, it just seems like
You can.
it's on full. Everyone's looking for it against the
Yeah.
Chiefs.
And
Like,
and most of the time, like I mentioned, they still have to go capitalize. Like Mahomes still had to take him down the field and score.
yeah, literally,
Yeah.
they could have gone 3 and out, and
Yeah.
Josh would have the ball back.
Like he
Yeah.
just doesn't mess up. You give him that inch, he's taking it. He's taking the
Dude,
mile.
it's unreal. It's unreal. I was on the plane watching it, and me and my assistant were like literally just like some of the plays he was making, you're just like he does it so casually. Like that like there was a couple he had this one throw. I think it ended up being dropped, but the way he threw it, he was rolling right across his body. And bro, we're like, that is the fact that he just does that like routine, like that's a throw that you tell quarterbacks not to make because you're not that's a turnover ball. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
He's a nut, man. It's fun to watch, and I don't like the Chiefs at all, but
Yeah, I don't want to watch them win, bro. But that's what it is. When you're great, people
yeah.
want to watch it. I just want to see something else. Like I did really. This is the exact Super Bowl I didn't want,
I
bro.
didn't want. I wanted Commanders Bills. I
I
wanted
wanted
Commanders
Commanders
Bills
Bills
so
so
That's why
bad.
it
bad,
happened
dude.
this way. You guys, it was your guys' fault. You put it out in the universe.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I think 99% of football watchers wanted Commanders Bills. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
Jaden
it,
Daniels is just fun.
Jane Daniels is fun. I think Josh Allen's a super likable guy. Like, he's easy
Yeah.
to root on. The Bills team is fun to watch, and I think their
Now you're gonna
coaching
watch
is awful.
Saquon
But
just try to
that's the
freaking.
only.
Hey, the Eagles are
That's the only
legit, man.
player, bro. I just, bro. I just don't like. I don't know. I don't like the brand of football the Eagles play. But like at the same time, Saquon is like I
But
love
if they don't
Saquon.
Cheat
Like,
code.
if they don't blow them out, they're probably not gonna win.
yeah, you can't be in a one score game.
You can't be in a nut cutting situation with Patrick Mahomes on the
I
other
think
side because
I
he's
think
getting
the
it done.
Eagles. Yeah, so I think the Eagles are the most talented roster in the NFL. Like, I don't think. I think top to bottom they have the most talent. Like, just at every position they have somebody. So I don't know. I hope it'll be a good game at least. I don't know. We talk about all the time how the Super Bowl is always a letdown, but I don't know. Like it has the makings to be a
Well,
great game.
I was watching the highlights on Twitter the last time they matched up,
It
like
was great. It was
35 to
great.
35, 2 minutes left. Like, what
Yeah,
more can you ask for?
great game. Great game. So I'd love it to
Yeah.
be a great game. We're gonna be on the road too, which I don't know, might suck. I like to be on my couch watching the Super Bowl, but we'll see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. Actually, we might be home.
So yeah, no, good call, Tom. That's
Yeah.
good because definitely need to just talk about that. I don't know. I genuinely think, and I think Travis is going to retire, whether or
so
not they
too.
win or not.
Bro, the Taylor Swift proposal stuff is just out of
Yeah, they're
hand.
saying that he's going to win. He's going to propose.
They retire.
Jeez.
They're probably
might-
making it. I bet you her publicist is gonna make them do that.
No, if that happens, I might have to boycott the NFL for a year. I'm not gonna lie, because that's crazy. That's
There's
crazy.
no way you could do that. You
Dude,
physically
I know.
couldn't do that.
I mean, yeah, I'd find a way to not, but it's
Yeah,
fine.
exactly.
I'd have to like
Physically.
buy into like baseball or something. Like be a
Soccer.
super fan of something else.
Soccer is a good one to pick up.
Yeah, I could easily do that. I could easily do that. And
Tennis,
you know,
tennis
it's
goes
fun.
year round.
Oh man, I don't
Yeah,
want to talk
man.
about soccer right now. It's been a
I'm,
rough 2 weeks.
sorry, golf is around the corner, man. Golf is around the corner. We're about to be back to where
Yeah,
we need to
Tiger
be.
won his TGL. That was good for him, man.
That was fire. I watched
Yeah, it is.
the
It is
rerun of
golf
it.
season coming up.
Coming up,
Yeah.
Waste Management's in like 2, 3 weeks.
They
I
play
think 3
Pebble
weeks.
Beach this weekend.
Yeah, pro am.
Yeah,
Scotty's back.
I might get out there. So.
Let's
Yeah, that'll
go.
be fire. That'll be dope. All right, Tommy, you got us.
We do.
So
We do.
we're continuing where we left off with the walk with me segment. Again, this is us trying to get back to our roots of either bringing a quote, a story, an anecdote, a moment, a picture, whatever it is. Trying to get back to our roots, be a little honest with ourselves, and have those conversations that we encourage people to have, and use this platform for. So we rotate week to week, and this week is Tommy.
Go. I've got a cool one. Nice one. Easy. I think it's always relevant, but this one's very relevant. For young adults especially. Um, I do graduate college this year, so I'm around a lot of other people who are also graduating college, and it can be a stressful time, man. And sometimes you don't know what you're gonna do next. Gotta figure that out and see what happens. Um, so my quote today is, "What's meant to be will always find a way." And I think um it's pretty self-explanatory. Like, you can stress about life and what's coming next, but you can also just sit back and enjoy the ride, and what happens happens, essentially, to put it into simpler terms. But what's meant to be will always find a way. I think it's important to remember, especially for me right now as you take the step graduating, and Luke, same goes for him. Luke's in that area of his life as well. We're both young, and same for Jared too. Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say
who
I'm not
knows?
young. Man, that's crazy.
Jared's
No,
not.
you're not. But
He's not young, but it applies to everybody.
it applies to everybody. Well,
I'm
I'll
gonna
also
go.
say this
I'm
too.
going to a graduation this year too.
Yeah, like look at that.
Yeah, Cece's
Yeah,
graduating preschool.
Ooh,
there you go.
round of applause.
I would also say like when it comes to like I'm a big like things work themselves out the way they're supposed to, and
Me too.
I believe it wholeheartedly because like I think for people that have developed habits and routines and do things the right way, then it's gonna work out the way it's supposed to because of those things, right? So it's like if you're lazy and you don't stay on top of your stuff, if you're not proactive about everything, whatever it is, not even basketball or sport specific, whatever it is, then the way it's supposed to be is probably wishful thinking, right? But if you're someone that's on top of your stuff, takes care of business, is proactive, does the little things, shakes the right hands, puts smiles on the right people's faces, the things are going to work out the way that you hope so. So I think that's just kind of the way I attack it. And you can call me optimistic or whatever. I think there's nothing wrong with that, but
Yeah,
that's the way I look at it.
good way to look at it.
I think the other thing too is at the core of that quote, and like however you want to present it, Tom, obviously, uh, too many times, including myself, and we've talked about this on the pod, you get caught looking ahead, or you get caught looking
Facts.
too far ahead,
Thanks.
and not just being where your feet are, right, or any of those other things. Like
That was
you
one of
have,
Luke's quotes, right?
yeah,
Be where your feet are, man. I live
yeah.
by that.
So you have to like that's a really really I think it's I specifically think it's really really hard to do now. Even for more for kids than adults probably, but like it's hard to just be like just allow things to happen organically and have things like not be looking ahead, not be like for, Tom, like okay, what career am I going to get into, or what job am I going to do, or what this like for Luke it's like okay, like what's next after basketball and like all that other stuff, or like even for me like okay, what am I going to do when my kids need to go to high school and stuff like that. These are all things that like I feel like we all think about, but like you don't necessarily need to. It's hard
No.
not to. It's hard not to. I think that's
Yeah,
the struggle. The struggle is to not look ahead. And I think the better we get at like you said, being where your feet are and allowing the things to happen organically. Because I know for me personally, and again, like we all want people that are driven, we want things to happen right away. And we want things like we want, more playing time or more accolades or more money or more this or more that or more security or whatever it might, more free time. It could be any of that stuff. It's like it's not always going to be a straight line to get to those things. So it's like you got to like walk the path that's in front of you.
Yeah. And if you
Yeah.
don't, you're gonna miss out on appreciating the things that
Yeah.
are right in front of you. And
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Anyone
you'll
like
you'll get your stuff and then you'll forget how you got there.
yeah, exactly. And that's probably
Yeah.
the worst part about it. That would be the worst thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I
It's a
like
good
it.
quote.
I like it.
Dang.
Good combos, good combos. Now we're gonna reach our starting five here. Now, fellas, we our starting five this week. I proposed this to the fellas. They were on board with it. And so sometimes us
I
three, when
am
we sit down,
ready.
Yeah,
sometimes when we sit down and prepare episodes and we're picking our starting five topic, we're like, can we do this? Can we do that? And we always like to have fun with it, obviously. And unless there's something pressing, we usually try to find a random one to do or whatever. So I was like, fellas, what if we do this?
It's gonna get
We start the alphabet series, right? So we're like, okay, it's a week that there's nothing really pressing we need to talk about. There's not a specific thing that, like, obviously it's on our radar that we need to have our starting five category be. Let's start with the letter A. And then the next week that we need something, we're going to go to the letter B. So today, starting five, letter A. And we said we powwowed before this a little bit. We have anything plays non-basketball players. That's we're all on the same page still. Yeah, we're cool with that. We're cool with that.
Yeah.
I think I'm for the most part probably gonna try to stay away from athletes just to keep it fun. But that was the rules we put on it. But yeah, today's the letter A. It's been a while since we've done one. I'm not gonna do a draft lottery or anything. How do we want to decide the order of that?
Are we gonna go? Obviously, we're going snake draft, but are we going by like in order of position, or we can go?
I think
any
we do
position?
any.
Yeah.
I think we do any position.
All right. I'll take two. I'll take the
right.
hit. I'll take two.
All right, Jared, choose a
Okay.
number between 1 and 10.
Oh, easy. I picked it.
Okay, Tommy,
Yeah.
you go first.
8.
I'll take 3.
Dang. Go, Tom. Go. 7 was the number.
All right,
I was gonna
you
say
can you can have 1 or you can have 3. You get to choose.
7. I'll take 1.
All right.
So technically, we kind of just did a draft lottery.
Yeah, I mean that's cool, man.
Yeah.
The
Alright.
first overall pick, we're gonna go with the center. All right. We need paint protection. We need rim protection. That's why we're throwing the Alps at the center.
The Alps.
Alps. We're going with
Okay.
the Alps at the
Okay.
center.
Uh,
That is a
That's
mountain
funny.
range
Wow,
for
yeah,
those
the mountain
listeners
range,
that
the
don't
Alps.
know. The
Is it-
Alps.
Yeah, nice. The Alps.
Swiss
Out
Alps
in
or the
Switzerland,
yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking Swiss Alps.
I think
Swiss
I
one-
think
the
it.
Swiss
I
ones for
don't.
sure.
I think it spans more than one country, but
I think
I'm
it does.
sure there's
Switzerland,
different.
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
You
everyone
put
knows the Swiss Alps. So.
Swiss.
I'll just
Yeah.
put Alps. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
everybody
figure it out.
knows. Yeah.
We need our social team to be on top of things a little better, and that's on them,
Yeah.
but it's okay.
I'll
Hey,
put
we
a
will.
complaint in the complaint box. Uh,
Drop it in.
at shooting guard, I'm glad it's worked out. We all know what the shooting guard does. Make shots. And this is what my shooting guard does, or invokes the people to do, is make shots. So give me Augusta at the shooting guard.
It's really
Augusta,
good, actually.
Augusta at the shooting
That's a
guard.
good pick. It's a good pick.
Yeah.
Good. Augusta National. All right. 2 things off the board that I really wasn't.
Dang, I was
didn't-
worried you were going to go for that. So now
No,
I'm feeling good about my
yeah.
list then.
No, we're gonna go with my shooting guard here. Again, like you said, the shooting guard. I need my shooting guard to be like a scorer for sure, but I need my shooting guard to be about something. You know what I mean? Like I need him to stand for something and to stand 10 toes down on that, right? And this guy has been the symbol of health for years. All right, and you know what they say. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. So we're gonna go with an apple at the shooting guard. Keep
Good
our team
pick.
healthy. We're going
Good
with an
pick.
apple at the shooting guard first. Keep our team healthy. Now, I'm just gonna leave it Apple because some people might think it's
Shout
Apple the
out
company
Doc, man.
versus Apple, the actual Apple. So we're just gonna say Apple. Real ambiguous. Now,
Okay.
small forward. This is a guy I really wanted. This is my LeBron James. This guy's running the show. This guy's a legend. This guy's a legend. Non-athlete, but history shows has some great size to him. Could probably guard multiple positions. Going Abe Lincoln at the small forward. I think honest Abe, like we need a captain. We need a guy that's really going to make sure the whole team is in check. Like honest Abe, one of the greatest presidents our country has seen. Like there we go. Put him at the small forward. Throw the top hat on. Why don't you? Let's go get some buckets. Give me Abe Lincoln at the small forward.
Honest Abe,
Man.
man.
Those some strong wings
I just saw
from
Mount Rushmore,
Lucas's
actually.
camp.
Yeah.
I feel like my small forward is he's just like he's too advanced for Abe Lincoln, so I think he's gonna run circles around Abe Lincoln just because the technology piece it just wasn't there when Abe was around. He didn't have this at his disposal, and so this makes him easy to guard and makes my small forward tough to guard. All of us use it. A lot of us wouldn't be able to live our life without it, at least efficiently. Give me the alarm clock, man.
Dude,
Alarm clock
I
at
had the
small
alarm clock.
forward.
I had the alarm clock.
That's
And I
really
didn't know.
good.
I had the alarm clock as my point guard, honestly, because it wakes everyone up, gets them going. No, the
That's-
alarm clock is fire.
He's the most
dude.
dynamic, right?
Shoot.
I mean, think about what you would do without the alarm clock.
No,
Get
the
you up
alarm
for
clock-
class,
the
get
alarm
you up
clock
for
is the most
work, get
consistent
you up
guy
for
in the draft,
school.
dude.
Yeah. Like
Dude, I gotta
wakes
make
you up
it.
from the nap, make sure that you get get in the sneak wrap in time.
Okay,
Yeah.
but that's probably at the bottom of the list. That
Yeah, just saying.
That's a good pick.
that's really good.
All right. I'm gonna go point guard here. And this guy, he's not a basketball player, but he is known to be able to hoop.
Mm.
Let's pick up games. Give me Adam Sandler here.
Oh wow,
Adam
That's awesome.
Sandler.
Great
I
fits,
like
too.
Adam. I like Adam Sandler.
Yeah,
great fits.
great fits when it's on the foot. Adam Sandler here, and then we'll go with a little splash here. The shooting guard. I know we're all gonna love this pick because we all love music. Give me the album. Give
That's
me
a good one. That was one that I thought about as well.
Wow, nice.
No,
Tom,
that was a good one.
Tom, man, you and Luke are just teeing this up for me to crush this.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
absolutely
that's
crush
fine.
this. This is nice.
Go.
So at
Go
my
ahead.
power forward, this guy brings the electricity. He brings the power. He brings the highlights. Have you ever listened to an electric guitar without one of these? No, because you need an amplifier.
The
So
amp.
at Power
Yes,
Fire,
that's good.
Power
That's
Forward, give me an
cool.
amp.
That's good.
You wouldn't have an album without an amplifier.
That's true.
No, that's
That's
cool,
true. That's
though.
true. That's true. That's
You
true.
said that's a power
You're
forward?
hating. Yeah.
No, it's good. It's good. It's good.
Yeah. Bring in the electricity.
That's
like
good. That's
like
very
that.
good.
I
That's
like
very
that. I like that. I like that a lot. 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 Okay. Okay. I made some adjustments here based off the alarm clock getting taken. We're gonna go to the point guard where my alarm clock was. Similar idea. I think he can fill this role really well despite our first round or our first option being taken. We need our point guard to have a sense of urgency. We need our point guard to get the team from point A to point B. Whatever is in the team's way, the point guard is going to be the one that navigates us through those troubles. And like I said, a sense of urgency. I'm going to go with the ambulance at the point guard.
good. Sense of urgency.
Yeah, that's
Get
not
out
somebody
the-
you want to see, though. That's not.
That's exactly. Get out the way. I'm getting to the cup. The ambulance, like the police escort. None of that.
Oh,
The sirens are going. I'm getting to the cup. You're out my way. Really like that pick right there. I think that was a really good audible.
That's a good pick.
And then we're gonna go to the center here. The center. Now, this comes in all different shapes and sizes, depending on where you shop for groceries at. But this is a superfood, and this is the superfood at the top of the superfood chain. And I think he fits at the center because he does so much for his team. Like it can be thrown on so many different rosters, and it's gonna find a way to mesh. Right? Give me the avocado. Give me the avocado.
Oh,
at the
there's
center.
no way. There's no
Avocado.
way. You don't even like avocado.
That's so. First off, that's a horrible take. Just
You an
because
avocado toast guy?
I mean, I'll dabble. It's a super.
I just don't like the cherry tomatoes they put on it, or like,
dude.
yeah.
Avocado can play in so many fields on
It's
so
the
many
most.
different playbooks.
That was gonna be my point guard. You
Dude.
son of a.
But see, that's my Jokic back there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, But see, can I just say, I'm not trying to steal your thunder, but like, you would appreciate this. My reasoning was gonna be, it was the first actual healthy food that I bought into completely.
yeah, that makes sense. Actually,
Yeah,
that adds
yeah,
up. The thing about the avocado too is like it can hold a stiff screen. Like you can keep it in the avocado form, or
Yeah.
you can spread. You know what I'm saying? It can really
Yeah.
like cover a lot of space, get him in a hedge. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Yeah.
I think
So
that's
essentially,
why
you
I can put
have
it
you
this-
have Bam and Brooke Lopez in one.
At the center, man. That's just superfood, bro. Like I'm telling you, like
No, that's a high level pick. I thought
Yeah.
I could wait. I was actually gonna go this next round, next pick. So you got beat me to
yeah,
it.
let's go.
Oh, now that puts me in a tough spot. I was like, I now have two. I have two options here. Um, I feel like that might be too practical, but I guess I'm gonna go there because now I don't have my superfood to run point. But
That's ridiculous.
that's not ridiculous to run point.
No, I'm saying the avocado is ridiculous. Like he's
Oh,
he's a
yeah,
5-tool player.
yeah. Facts. He could play 1 through 5 for sure. But this guy's a good point guard too because you know what? Again, once like I said before, we all need this, and we all use it every day, and it's always good to get more of it, especially the fresh kind. Give me air.
Nice.
Point guard. I have
Very
air.
nice.
Just air.
Very classic.
It's just
That's
just
a
air.
That's Tim Duncan.
There's nothing special about him, but he's
Yeah,
there. He's
nothing
there.
special.
Yeah,
about
air.
air,
You need
but
it. You
we
need
need
it.
it.
Man,
We're all
jeez,
breathing it
man.
right now.
I mean,
Reliable.
this you can't.
This we wouldn't be able to live on this earth without it.
What about the
Couldn't do
longevity of air,
podcast
man?
without air.
Yeah, air. Talk about longevity.
What
That's
about
the Vince Carter,
longevity?
man.
That's
Got another
impressive.
jersey retired. Oh,
It is.
God.
It's impressive what air does. It's impressive for sure. Okay. I've got one that might throw you guys off. I'll save that for the second pick here. The first pick, I'm gonna go with power forward, our pick and pop guy. But it's an important piece to the team because it's a grand slam. Give me the Australian Open. Just
Okay, I
happened.
like that.
Yeah,
Just
yeah, it's
been
good.
found.
It's good.
Congratulations.
You're a
to
big pick and pop guy. Like you
You're
love
a
Channing
big-
Frye.
I love
This
pick
is
and
you.
pop.
I'm not gonna lie. You're looking like the European maestro over here. You got the Swiss Alps. You got
Swiss
the
Alps,
Australian.
the
I guess
Open.
Australian's not European, but you got the international squad. Like
Yeah.
Nice try,
you
Lucas.
got
Okay.
the international squad going.
Okay, this one's gonna throw you guys off, and you can throw a flag if need be. But I think it
I feel like
plays.
there's no flags possible here.
I don't think it's
I mean,
possible
if
to
it
throw a
starts
flag,
with
but
A, like
it's a different a way to attack the list than we have been. Okay, this is my star player though because it's the most important one.
okay, so this.
I've got at the small forward. I've got accomplishments
No, it's good. That's good. I like that. I like that a
Yeah,
lot,
that's a
actually.
good one. That's a good one. I like
Accomplishments.
that one.
at the small forward.
I have a similar type beat
Life
as my
is all
walk-on,
about
so
earning accomplishments.
Yeah,
no, I like that.
it's true. Yeah, I like
That
that.
plays for sure.
Yeah, Tom. That
It's like an
plays big time.
abstract thing, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
Like, it's not-
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
No, that's
Yes.
cool. That's cool. I have one like that for my walk-on, so it's fire.
Cool,
Yeah.
cool.
For me, center. I put this at the center because it's larger than life in a lot of ways. And when it came into existence, I don't think people, including myself, were really ready for how their life was going to change. But this has done, my center has done this multiple times over now. So give me Apple Corporation at my center.
Very
Okay,
good.
so you just took my like ambiguous one.
No, you said Apple like a
Yeah.
physical apple.
I mean, yeah, but on paper it just says Apple.
Yeah, well, you can just put Apple Inc. for mine.
Think
That's fine. I just put in corporation. Yeah.
That's what
alright.
Inc. means, incorporated.
Oh, INC. I thought you said in ink. Like write it down. I was
No.
like, that's not going to do anything, buddy.
What?
I have a couple different ways that I could go
that's classic. That was
with
classic.
this,
That just
with,
makes-
this with this power forward position.
I hope that didn't go over people's head.
Write it down. All right, sorry.
No, he's
I'm
struggling.
gonna, no, I mean, there's just a few good ideas here that I like. I'm gonna
It's
go
like
with
the
this one.
Kings on the clock in the draft.
This is no, because I'm gonna make a good pick. So I like this one because we've all been on teams where, you don't know who you can go to talk to about
this is
either a
good.
player
This is good.
or a
This is good.
teacher
This is
or
good.
a
This is
girlfriend
good.
or
This is
someone
good.
you're fighting or whatever. And the head coach isn't always the guy you want to go to because
Oh,
they're
I
not
don't
there
like
to
this
do that.
now. I don't
I'm
like
going
this
to
now.
the assistant coach. The assistant coach as my power forward. I think a good bro, if you have a good assistant coach that you're close with, like that's pretty unbeatable, and that makes your staff that much more trustworthy and stuff. So I'm gonna go to an assistant coach.
Yeah, speaking of the Kings,
So I think that's where I'm gonna go with that one at my power forward. And he's a rebounder. That's why I put him at the power forward, actually, because
Yeah,
the assistants that I was close with, they always would come rebound for
There
me.
ain't
So,
better rebound
Oh, I
than
was
the
thinking
assistant
more
coach.
abstract. He was a rebound, like you could
well, that's
rebound, or like
that
he
too,
would
that
he would
too. But
save
like
you off.
for real, like my
Yeah.
assistant coaches that I'm close with that would shoot with me, they got a lot of rebounds. Like like they're getting the ball out the net. So it's like they know what they're doing down there. So give me the assistant coach of the power forward. Now I walk on. Like I said, Tommy, I have more of an abstract thing here, and it's similar to what I was just talking about. But you can't beat this. I think this is a priceless. Like I would sign this guy as much as he's a walk on. I would sign him for a numerous amount of money because it's just you can't put a dollar on what this is worth. I'm gonna put advice as my walk on.
Yeah, that's
Advice.
great. That's
Advice
great.
on
That
my
was
walk
they
on.
came to my tryouts, man. It was a tough call, but they came
You
to my tryouts.
cannot
Yeah.
beat advice, man. That's
Yeah.
literally the
Put
best thing
price
you can
on
give
advice,
someone.
man.
Yeah,
Again, he's a
We
walk
got
on.
accomplishments, we got advice.
That's
Oh,
what I'm saying,
this
man.
is
People,
yeah, this
Hold on.
this is a really
You
good
guys-
trial here at the A draft.
Yeah,
The A
yeah.
draft, it was a star-studded day.
yeah,
Like,
it was the A draft.
It was.
yeah. So
I like
yeah,
that.
there we go.
A lot of
Give me
puns
advice
going
as a
on.
walk on.
Now I hate to do this to you because like this is the most priceless walk on you can find. So I'm sorry, Luke. I keep one upping you here.
So I was gonna put like a tack wedge or something like bullshit.
No. This walk on. They don't act like a walk on, even though I'm putting them here. But I wanted them to have their own special category here, and yeah, just priceless is the only way I can explain it. It's all out of love. Give me Amanda here. Amanda as the walk on, man.
Wow.
Amanda, I love
man.
you. You're never
I don't
gonna
even wanna
listen to
pick.
this, but I love
That's
you.
fire. Shout out
Man,
Amanda
I didn't want
Waters.
to pick anyone. That was great.
That's the first. Never mind. I'm not gonna say it.
First positive.
first positive light.
No, she's got a
that's pretty
couple.
cool. She's got no. Look,
She's-
usually
Ew.
when you throw a jab, you come back and you bring it back.
She's,
so,
you know what? We got to give her. This it's late here, but she's in there fighting demons right now. That demon is 4 years old and has curly hair, and she's doing a great job.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
Great pick. Great
Well,
pick.
my walk on won't be as good as Amanda, so just put that out there. But this is an underrated thing that I think it's caught a lot of steam in the last few years. When you originally compare it to its counterpart, the smoothie, people
Oh
might
wow.
not think it, but I've got the
Yeah.
acai bowl here.
That's a
the
great
acai-
pick. That's a
the
great
acai
pick.
bowl is,
acai
yeah.
bowl as the walk.
Yeah.
I took acai. I think I took acai as my fruit walk on.
I think
When
you
we
might
did
have.
fruit, like that was like 2 years
Yeah.
ago at this
I
point.
won't-
That's fire.
Yeah. I
Really good
won't. I
take.
won't lie. The acai bowls are so elite, especially when you have like the time to sit down and enjoy one. You know how
Mhm.
usually like you're getting it on the go, so it's like hard.
Can I
Like
can I ask you what your acai bowl consists of, Jared? I'm curious.
Oh, like all the normal stuff. I like
No, no,
everything
no,
that
no.
goes.
Oh yeah. So what's in it?
Like, what's the standard one? Granola, honey, bananas, blueberries, strawberries.
Nice.
Maybe get some chia seeds.
Nice. That's a
I
good
don't like the
call.
ones with peanut butter. I don't like the ones with
Really,
chocolate.
I'm a peanut
Yeah.
butter guy. I'm a peanut
Nah,
butter guy.
I don't want the peanut butter. It's like, I don't like the texture as much. So
Not a coconut shavings guy. I'm sure.
I don't like coconut
Yeah,
shavings.
see,
no.
I knew
Usually
it.
I
I
hold the
just knew it.
coconut shavings.
Chia seeds seems like a reach for you, honestly. So it's pretty
No, I
impressive.
really like chia seeds. Or if you can, like, you pay the little extra, you get the goji berries in there, another superfood.
Goji berries
They're
are
dried
super.
goji berries. Yeah.
Nice. Look at Jared.
Yeah.
So fruit, I guess fruits. Yeah, it's
Okay. What Shut up.
what?
Just because you took avocado, bro. Chill out.
A great pick, though. A great pick.
Fantastic.
All right. Tommy has point guard Adam Sandler, shooting guard an album, small forward accomplishments, power forward, Australian Open, center Alps out of Switzerland, walk on acai bowl. Jared has air at his
This is
point
the
guard.
winning group rating.
Shooting guard Augusta National, small forward alarm clock, power forward amplifier, center Apple the corporation, walk on Amanda Waters, his wife, for anyone who doesn't know. I have an ambulance at
This
the
is
point
random
guard.
person.
Shooting guard Apple, the food. Apple a day keeps the doctor away. Small forward Abe Lincoln, power forward an
Honest
assistant
Abe.
coach, center an avocado, and a walk-on advice, fellas.
I cannot
that
believe
was-
Abe Lincoln made
hit that one out of the
list.
park.
Yeah.
bro. Abe Lincoln. That was one of the first ones that came to my mind.
You're
I'm not
such a
gonna-
nerd, dude.
I feel like we're, in terms of like historical figures that start with the letter A, like we don't have to go down a bad path, but that's like that's up there. Like
Yeah, no,
that's
you're
up
right.
there.
Honest Abe, man, you can't fight Honest Abe. That's true.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying, dude. Like, and he's got the build. Like, he's like 6'4", I think. Like,
Yeah, he was
just
tall,
serve a
beefy
purpose
looking
out there.
dude.
Built for
Yeah.
it for sure. He's built for it for sure.
Just Dwight
He's gonna-
Schrute out there running around.
Shout out to the office. Shout out to the office. All right, Jared, what you got, kid?
Oh, man.
Yo, should I get on my soapbox? Actually, I'm gonna let you do your thing, and then I'm gonna get on my soapbox real quick.
No, don't
'cause this
ruin
is
my thing. What?
No, you want me to go first then?
No, I'll go
Because
right
it's
now.
about golf. You know what I'm gonna talk about.
Oh yeah. All right.
So
Approaching 18 at Augusta.
right.
I could use my A wedge because with
I knew it.
50 chips a night,
NBA wedge.
my all-American ending will be all right.
There you go. There we go.
Hey.
Shout out to Augusta, actually, the first major of
Shout
the
out
year.
to the A wedge.
All right, so let me talk some golf here. So I know like a month back I was like, oh, don't want to tease anything, but a new driver might be hitting the bag. So look, fellas, Tommy, you don't know this yet. Jared knows this
I
because
know
I
it.
complained to him about it. I had a schedule. I'm not going to name where it was because I don't want to air anything out. Not that anyone really like.
Can I do that or
important.
no?
No. Because
Oh,
what
okay.
if they want to come back and sponsor us? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to burn that bridge. But anywho, I had an appointment for a fitting at a store. And there's a ton of stores in the Austin area to get it done. So it could be, any of them. And Austin got hit with a mean snowstorm. I hope you're watching because it wasn't mean at all. It was like 2 inches of snow. But obviously the city of Austin, Texas is not used to these cold
Tom,
temperatures.
think
and-
about that. 2 inches.
Yeah,
2 inches of snow.
You're living.
I laugh
Not
at
even
that
up to your
really
ankle.
I
Come on,
really
bro.
laugh at that.
Bro, I mean, don't get me wrong. It was cool like to see snow out there. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, the entire city shut down, right?
Yes.
Grocery
Yes, Tom.
stores were like
Yes, Tom.
cleared. Bro,
Yes,
literally
Tom.
everything was closed. I couldn't get food places. Like the
Insane.
grocery store, I go there, shelves are cleared out. People were like planning for doomsday. So basically, Texas people not
It's the
fit for the snow,
apocalypse.
literally. But anyways, I wake up in the morning. So I was up that night because we played the night before. I don't know. Snow hadn't hit yet. It was supposed to hit at like 3 a.m. So I go to bed at like midnight ish. No snow out. I was like, okay, we're looking good. Like my appointment's gonna be straight. Wake up in the morning. There's some snow on the ground. Like nothing crazy. Like I said, 2 inches. Like it
inches,
kind of
yeah.
stuck on like the places that like some grass or it's in the shade or whatever. So I call the place. We are closed due to winter storm. Blah blah blah. We were planning to open on Tuesday, which is like the following day. I said, bro, you didn't even give it a chance. So basically, I just want to come on here and say, like, if you have a job to do, don't find the easy way out to make an excuse not to show up and do your job because it's gonna in turn bother customers like me because this is ridiculous. And now I had to reschedule and wait like a whole other month. So yeah, we were supposed to have a new driver in the bag by now and we don't. But that's all I got to
Tom,
say.
does Tom know what happened to your other driver?
Oh yeah, cracked. Probably
Really?
from playing in the cold. Yeah, like Jared knows I won't throw my driver. I've thrown other clubs before, which is bad habits, but I don't throw my driver because that's like one, I typically don't need to, and two, it's just like that's the
Did
easiest
you
one to
hear
break.
that? Did you hear that? That
Oh.
it's low key
Good.
gassing
Good.
himself.
It's really good.
It
Yeah,
is
it's really
okay.
good.
I'm best off the tee. My best asset of my golf game is off
He
the tee.
typically
Like,
doesn't need to.
Yeah,
was
that
awesome.
that 2-iron.
that is true. And so I hit it. Boom. Sounds like a tin can. I was like, yo, the heck? Turned it over. Little baby crack on the bottom. So now it's just chilling, waiting to get replaced. Poor guy. It's been in
That
the
sucks.
Avdo family for 2 generations now. So
Dang.
it's
Surprised you
getting-
didn't have the Avdos in your A, by the way.
that would have been a homer pick. I can't do that. I
Yeah.
can't do that.
Yeah, I thought about it too, but then I thought that'd be corny.
If someone else did it, that's cool. But that's like,
Nah,
when,
that
like,
would've been
we
corny.
pick each other for our other ones. Like I'm not gonna do myself.
Fair,
Like,
fair. Well, good fellas. With all that being said, shout out to Oblens, by the way. Shout out to
oh, Blends. I was gonna say
Gotta
Blends for my O draft. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta give Oblens some love.
We could get an
appreciate
Blends
what Oblens
sponsorship,
is
like an
doing.
in
Yeah.
pod.
Yeah. I need that.
I need
many-
it.
Oh, what a guy. It's gonna be back. It's gonna be back, fellas. These are your favorite walk-ons, and we're walking out.